Matt, welcome to Headingley. What have you made of what you've seen so far?
Yeah, thank you. No, it's been good. I've only been here a couple of days now, but settling in well, just getting over the jet lag, but everything so far has been great, so can't complain.
Just from the stadium and the surroundings, does it remind you of anything back home?
Well, talking to a few of the boys, they say the atmosphere is pretty crazy here, so I'm looking forward to that. So they've really talked it up, and yeah, first time out there just before for the team photos, so it's pretty exciting.
Just remind us how this move for you actually came about.
Yeah, it all happened pretty quickly. Obviously, I was contracted Manly for another 2 years, and just got talking to Gary, and I talked to Brian, and I thought this move would be best for my career, and the opportunity here was really exciting and something I really wanted to do.
Were you a watcher of Super League?
I have been on and off. So obviously last year with the NRL, you're sort of very focused on that, and you're sort of watching a lot of games and watching a lot of that to get you playing against them each week. So yeah, I haven't in the last year, but obviously Leeds didn't do as well as they wanted to last year, and they've always been a very proud club and someone who's always been very, like, something. When I decided to come here, it's one of the clubs that I really wanted to come to, and when this opportunity came up, it was too good to pass up.
Would you have watched any of Leeds' grand final victories over the last few years at all?
I know, I watched a lot of the World Club challenges and the games like that, so when the NRL teams are involved. So obviously, since making the move, I've watched a bit more and watched a bit just to get sort of the atmosphere and the tradition of the club, so that's been a bit of an eye-opener.
What are you expecting from the English game?
Well, I'm hoping it's obviously going to be a bit more quicker and suit me a bit better in my ability to run and be a bit more open. So yeah, sort of, I guess, being here only a week, it's sort of just getting used to training and getting sort of settled in. But yeah, as I get settled in more, I can do a bit more research and a bit more focus. So yeah, just be pretty exciting.
Brian, what is it about Matt's game that you think will suit Super League?
He can run. He based his game on being a runner. We first noticed him when he was at Brisbane. So we tracked him for a while. But you know, the 9 position for us has been fluid, hasn't it, for the last couple of years. So we've looked at a few, and he was always on the list. I knew he was a runner, and even at Manly, where it probably wasn't noted for his running, he still ran and caught the eye.
And do you see improvements in him as well?
Well, he's only a young fella really in terms of the squad we've got, you know. So of course he's going to improve while he's here, but you know, and it used to be that we'd get him in and then start to coach him how to play. But then I think systematically how clubs play nowadays, the main task is to get them to understand how we play and how we defend and how we attack and when we want him to run and what we should do when he runs. So getting used to us and us getting used to him is probably the first thing. It's going to take a season or so. You know, we'll make some strides within that, you know, in the first few months, but to really bed in with each other might take a year or so. So there's a few important things we need to knock off first.
Friendly-wise, when do you think we might get to see him play for the first time?
Yeah, this Friday. He's going to play this Friday. He's going to start this Friday.
How excited are you about that, Matt?
Yeah, it's great, I guess. I've only been here a week, but I think it's best. It'd be pretty exciting. So obviously, pretty special to play there, and yeah, looking forward to it.
You mentioned the atmosphere. You'll taste that for the first time on Friday. What are you expecting from that? What have the players told you about Down Under?
Yeah, speaking to a few of the boys here, and obviously Ben Walker played here, so speaking to him, it's very loud, and a lot of them say it's just something you haven't experienced before and won't experience in Australia. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Are you good jet lag wise? You feel like you're ready to go on Friday?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, still getting over jet lag, I guess, but yeah, the best way to do it is sort of get on the field and play, and that's how we're going to improve, and I'm sort of going to learn off the players. I think it's the best way to do it is sort of play with them.
And just playing that first game, will that sort of bring you closer to the squad, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I've only had a few training sessions with them, so to go out there and sort of think that everything's going to click straight away is a bit sort of naive, and I guess it's just about building that combination. Coming over, every player has something they like, so every player's a little bit different, so it's just getting that understanding between them and how I play and how I like to play and how they play and how they like to play. So yeah, the best way to do it is probably to play with them, I guess.
What sort of side are you looking at, strength-wise, Brian?
Yeah, very good one. You know, probably our strongest side. Stevie Ward won't be fit, neither will Brett Ferris. So, you could argue about they being our strongest team. But Ash Golding's going to start at fullback. Robert Maggs will be in the halves. It'll be our strongest pack we've got. So, we're treating this as a huge part of our prep. We've got Featherstone next week as well, so we've got 2 games there where after we finish those, there's no more prep really for us in terms of structural change. So yeah, it's something we're keen on making sure that we do well on Friday.
It's Ryan's whole testimonial, isn't it, at the end of the day? How do you start to quantify his contribution to this club?
Not yet. Don't do it yet. He's got a few years left, hasn't he? So I don't think we'd do that and say it'll be hard to do. He's been a fantastic player, and his ability to score, to get the ball down when not many others could. I think when they took the corner post out of the equation, where wingers could land in, fly into the corner post and score tries. I think we're seeing some very athletic tries now. Ryan was doing that 6-7 years ago, but he wasn't so much jumping out of the field of play to put the ball down. He was jumping over the top of people and running through people. Some of those miraculous, athletic, strong tries. That was his go, and has been for a few years. So the level of competition in Super League gets stronger every year, and I suppose he gets less opportunity to do that now. But he's still got it. He still have that ability to do so. And what he's doing at the moment, Ryan, is finding out that he's going to become one of the seniors that we've got in the group, and he's a very experienced man for a younger version. Based on the fact that we got some older people in our team, he's very extremely experienced actually, and he'll become one of our senior dudes in the team for a few years yet to come.
You mentioned those 2 guys that are going to miss out on Friday with injury. Would you expect them to be okay for game 1?
Not sure. Both haven't done that much running, so I think the physios may declare them fit, but whether we put them in there without that element of running in their legs is a decision we'll make closer to the time. We've got a few weeks yet, so they may fly through the next few weeks and look okay, and if so, they'll be available for selection. But I'm not rushing that either.
How optimistic are you? Dare you be for 2017?
We aim to win everything. That's what we aim to do. And I think if you're honest with yourself and if you're serious about it, you look at the reasons why. I think setting your team any sort of targets or goals, they've got to be realistic. They've got to be within a time scale, and they've got to be credible. Can your team do that? I don't think I'm being credible if I say, well, look, if we pick up a trophy, we'll be all right. We want to. That's what we're aiming here for. Now, in context of where this team's been at for the last 18 months, it's a big goal, but I don't think it's an unrealistic goal. Wrong. I know it's an unrealistic goal, and I've run this past the players already, and none of their eyes dropped. Nobody broke eye contact. They were straight for it. So, can I predict what happens? No, I can't predict what happens, but you know where our intentions are.
Matt, do you come here thinking you can touch a trophy?
Yeah, for sure. That's obviously the goal. I guess past 18 months weren't where Leeds traditionally are, and that's a big part of coming over. And I'm talking to a few of the boys before I come over. They're very driven, and that's a big goal it's the goal for everyone in the squad. So I want to be a part of that.
Did you know any of the guys that are here before?
Yeah, I was with Mitch Garbutt at the Brisbane. So I talked to him a lot, and a few of the boys made contact when it come out. So I've been talking to him quite a bit, and obviously Ben Walker used to play here, so he was great, and yeah, so it was an easy decision in the end.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Matt, what did Ben Walker tell you about Headingley? Obviously it's a while since he was here, but he speak highly of the place? Yeah,
he did. Obviously one of the first things he said was the atmosphere here, and he really enjoyed his time here. So he was only here for a year, but he only had positive things to say, and he was very positive as soon as I told him the news.
In terms of the other lads that are here, people like McGuire, Burrow, who've been some of the most enduring players of the Super League era, how much do you know about the likes of those who've obviously been there and done it for many years?
Yeah, obviously, I'm a bit of a footy tragic, so I follow a bit of everything. So obviously, those two guys there, I knew about them and I've followed them through the years. They've been great players, and yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to play alongside them.
What's the footy tragic?
Just watch a lot of footy.
They're called journalists over here.
What about Ryan Hall, Matt? Is he someone that you
Yeah,
know from?
he's obviously another. He's been a great player, and it's pretty cool to come over here, and the first game I'm going to play is in his testimonial. So it's yeah, it's really exciting.
Brian, you haven't had a lot of luck with the last two Aussie hookers. Do you think it's third time lucky this time?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. That's not a quote I'd like my name put into, but I concede it's been a bit of a fluid position for us for the last couple of years.